Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Nordania bin Abdul Rashid and I'm from SR1134C, and today I'm going to talk about our slide, which is a definition of strength. Which is a strength have a meaning, which is we all know all people have a strength, right? Even though a older people, adult or a child also have a strength. The definition is the property of being physically or mentally strong, which is strength not only in for physical, but at it also strength our mentality. Also strength our mentality, which is for example, for physical is our strength is to carry the heavy things, even though the child or the older people can carry some heavy things. And for mentality is the strength of mentality. For example, when we play a football, if we have a strong mentality, we can never give up. We can think that this game we can win, or we can never give up, and we can beat the team. And if the mentality was weak, and we easily can give up the game, and the performance can drop easily. So the antonyms for the strength is a weakness. Like I said, if the person has a weak, doesn't have any strength in their body, which is they cannot take they cannot carry anything that heavy things. Some even the most people have a weakness is the older people, because their body doesn't strong enough, such as a teen and a child. So the older people might have a lack of strength to carry a thing or something, all that. So other than that, if we weak at our mentality, we're gonna drop our performance in sport. So beside strength definition of only strength, we have the strength training, which is strengthening is more popular in the gym. Not only gym, but in the house we can do the strength training, which is the meaning is involve the physical exercise to improve strength and endurance, which is the strength training can improve our physical body and our endurance. For example, the exercise is bicep curl, leg press, bench press, and so on. So these all the activities, all the exercise we can do at the gym, because the gym have the equipment, and also the strength training we can use the weight to get more load, and we can do it at the gym. If doesn't have a time, we can do it at house, such as push up, sit ups, and all that. So the strength training is to improve our our muscle, for example, hypertrophy. Yes, hypertrophy, the increased size of muscles, and also endurance. Other than that, uh, other than that, strength training also can provide improvement in our body, which is, for example, increase our muscle tendon and ligament, and also improve joint function, and most important is increase fitness and improve cardiac function in our body. So next is four basic law of strength training. They have four basic law, which is the first one is develop joint flexibility first, which is before we going through to the strength training exercise, we're gonna do the flexibility first. For example, why? Because if we're gonna do a barbell squat, or yeah, for example, a barbell squat, we're gonna do, but how we gonna do the barbell squat if our flexibility of ankle was low, and also our flexibility of knee was low? So how we gonna do a proper barbell squat in correct way? So if we doesn't do the flexibility first, we doesn't do a improvement for our flexibility first, our exercise will isn't correct. So the next one is develop the tendon first. We gotta develop our tendon first, which is do the exercise from 50% below. So next is develop the tendons, which is we're gonna do the exercise strength training. We're gonna do the exercise with loads under 50% maximal. And next is develop the core, which is before we gonna do the strength training, we develop into our core, which is the first is spinal column, which is located at our back body and entire abdominal region. And this thing is important because some of people do a wrong way for strength training that can cause that, because for example is weightlifting. If our back body is their core is low and they can accept the weight from the weightlifting, that can cause that or concussions. So they must develop our core, training our core to get easily doing the strength training. So the last law is the develop the stabilizer. This is also important because, for example, when we're gonna strength training in barbell squat, if we doesn't have a good stabilization, sometimes we're gonna feels like gonna falls or doesn't have any good balance when doing a barbell squat. So it is important to develop a stabilizer first. So there are four, which is develop joint flexibility, develop the tendons, develop the core, and the last one is develop the stabilizations. So the next slide is, so the last slide is definition of maximum strength. Just now I just explained the definition of strength training, but now is maximum strength, which is maximum strength is the maximum force that can be exerted by a muscle of group during a single contraction. For example, the exercise is weightlifting. As you can see at the picture, the athlete of the bodybuilder was doing a weightlifting exercise. This exercise needs to be a good maximum strength, which is the weightlifting after as you can see after this bodybuilder doing weightlifting, after they can lift the barbell, and they need to be in a maximum force and put a good 100% power to lift the weight until success. And after they drop the barbell down, they will scream or shout because all their maximum force, all their power was going out because their lift the weight, such as because they lift the weight that very heavy, so all their force was go out, so all their force and all their power was exerted. So only that from me to describe the definition of maximum strength training, and the basic law of strength training. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. Today I want present about adaptation to strength training. For the first, we have a physiological adaptation that internal systematic response to external stimuli in order to help an organism maintain homeostasis. Okay, for the second is nervous system adaptation that is a gradual decrease over time in the responsiveness of the sensory system to a constant stimulus. Okay, for the third, we have skeletal muscle fibers. Because skeletal muscle cell are long and cylindrical, they are commonly referred to as muscle fiber. skeletal muscle fiber can be quite large for human cells. Okay, for the fourth, we have a bioenergetic. Bioenergetic is the branch of biochemistry that focus on how cells transform energy, often by producing, storing, or consuming ATP. Okay, for the next, endocrine system response and adaptation, that explain about the system of ductless gland that secrete hormone directly into the circulatory system to be carried long distance to other target organs that regulate key body and organ function. For the next, we have connective tissues. And for the last, we have a cardiovascular adaptation that have a that explain about the muscular walls of the heart increase in thickness, particularly in the left ventricle, that providing a more powerful contraction.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Filosame. Today I will talk about the benefits of strength training. Okay. First, strength training can help you get stronger and look and feel better with a just short session each week. You can do strength training with free weights such as barbells, dumbbells, weight machine, or with no equipment at all. So, men and women of all age can get benefit from strength training. Okay, especially if you haven't exercised in a while. 2 or 3 minutes strength training session every week can result you in a significant health benefits. So, I will talk about the benefit of strength training. So first, benefit of strength training can increase muscle mass. So muscle mass naturally decrease with age, but strength training can help reverse the trend. So the second one, you can get a stronger bones. Okay, strength training increase bone density and reduce the risk of fracture. Okay, for the third one is joint flexibility. So strength training can help joints stay flexible and can reduce the symptom of arthritis. And it also can weight control. As you can gain muscle, your body begins to burn calorie more easily, making it easier to control your weight. Okay, for the last one, for the benefit strength training, is the balance. Strength exercise can increase flexibility and balance as a people of age, reducing force and injury. Okay.
Okay. For the common methods of ordering strength training exercises, there are 4. The first order is the power to other core and resistance training. Okay, the example for power exercise I can choose is the clean and jerk. Other than clean and jerk, we can do the squat jump. Okay, for the other core exercises, I like the classic core exercises, such as plank, sit up, and many more. Okay, for the resistance training, the definition of resistance training is it is related to the main lift. Okay, I will show you an example. Okay, our power is clean and jerk. Our other core is the classic core exercises, while our resistance training is related to main lift, which is squat or front squat, which is related to the clean and jerk. Okay, for the second, which is the upper and lower body exercises. For upper body, we can use the overhead press, which is the dumbbell press. For the lower body, we can use the dumbbell squat. Why I like this method, it lights up everything such as triceps, our pecs, pectoralis major, abdominal, and it is also targeting your thigh, hamstrings, glutes, calves, to translate a better daily movement. Okay, for the third one, which is the push and pull exercises. Like I said, I like classic exercises. So for push, I will choose push up, and for pull, I will choose pull up. In the push workout, you train all the upper body pushing muscles such as chest, shoulders, and tricep. While in the pull workout, you train all the upper body pulling muscles such as the biceps and the triceps. And last but not least, the fourth one is the superset and compound set. For do's and don'ts for strength training, there are three. The first one is to use any equipments to add more variety on choosing exercises. For second is to learn before doing any strength training, and the last one is to talk to a trainer. Okay, for the first point, what can we can elaborate from choosing any equipment provided? Okay, simple props like elastic resistance tubing and giant inflatable balls can help with some movements. And don't be afraid to switch it up, more variety, so it may help you get stronger. Okay, for the second point, which is to learn before doing any strength training. Why I say that? It is because to start small with a couple of hand dumbbells, you can always add weight or take it away. A larger barbell, also a weight bench, put variety in your routine. And also be careful, though it is easier to injure yourself with free weights than weight machines. So make sure you learn how to use them the right way. Okay, for the third point, which is to talk to a trainer. If you go to a gym, ask the experts there to watch you and make suggestions. If you like to work out at home, hire a certified professional trainer who can check your technique and even help design your training routine. For the don'ts, there are 3 points, which is the first one is do not overtrain. The second one is know your level. And the last one is don't skip a warm-up. Okay, we'll go through one by one. The first point is your muscles need rest to grow. A good rule of thumb is to work each muscles group twice a week. For example, you could alternate your exercises such as upper and lower body every day, or do a full body workout 2 or 3 times a week. Just remember that your muscles need a full day rest before the next workout. Okay, for the second point, now, no matter your age, take it slow when you begin training, so your body has a chance to get used to it. Don't be afraid to start with just a bare barbell or a dumbbell bar to learn the right motion. When you've got that down, you can put weights or add on weights when you succeed the beginner level. you should be able to do the 8 to 15 repetitions easily and comfortably. Okay, the last one, you can injure your muscles more easily when they are cold. So warm up within 10 minutes or jogging or biking. Even you can take a brisk walk. You can combine that with some simple exercises such as jumping jacks or lunges.